if someone came into your dealership today and they wanted to reserve an incoming Sienna hybrid,
Okay.
what's their wait time?
So their wait time, I'll be very honest with the viewers and you guys, the wait time is not known. It's unknown. So like we're still fulfilling some orders from late 2021 and very early 2022. So I mean, we're almost in 2024. Sad to say, guys, but there's been more than one case where we called customers and the customer was no longer. It's happened. It's just crazy. Like it's nuts.
All right, you can't be too surprised to hear Marcello say that, Pops, considering the fact that Toyota now has an average transaction price north of $42,000. The only reason they can justify raising their prices so much is because people are waiting, now we know, upwards of 2 years to take delivery of their new Toyotas. Absolute insanity. And you've got to think Toyota is ruining their reputation with customers. I got a bunch of numbers to share with you in a moment here, but what's your quick take from that conversation with Marcello, who runs a Toyota dealership, and just what I shared with you there? What's your read on the room?
My quick take is that it's hard to keep somebody on the hook for 2 years when they've ordered a car. This is not Soviet Russia where it took 4 or 5 years to get a car. This is, we're talking North America. We're talking United States, Canada. People are used to instant gratification. Certain loyal customers will wait extended period of times, expecting them to wait upwards of 2 years. I don't know.
Dad, Toyota's tarnishing their brand. Let's look at the inventory situation over at Toyota. We can kick things off there. Vehicles like the Venza, Prius, 4Runner, Grand Highlander, Crown, and BZ4X have all seen their days supply of available inventory plummet since August of this year. So from August to now, Toyota inventory for the Venza, Prius, 4Runner, Grand Highlander, Crown, and BZ4X have all gone down. For example, the Prius has only a 25 days supply. Our numbers are overstated because dealers advertise many vehicles that aren't actually available for sale quite yet. They still merchandise them, they still advertise them. Most every Toyota on that list right here, maybe save for the Crown and the BZ4X, are already pre-sold. So if you are a loyal Toyota customer, your option in some cases is to try and order one, which means you're going to wait for years for allocation. Or if you're looking for any of these, you can try and show up at the dealership. But another clip from the interview we did with Marcello is you can't even test drive them because they don't have enough. Toyota is tarnishing their brand. This is not how consumers want to buy vehicles.
Well, it's not how consumers have traditionally wanted to buy vehicles, but apparently in many cases for Toyota customers, it is a way for them to buy vehicles, and they're, to a certain degree, willing to put up with it. That doesn't mean all Toyota loyalists are going to put up with it. My suspicion would be that during times like this, that Toyota's market share is probably going to decline a little bit because some Toyota loyalists will not wait, and they will look at other brands, Subaru, Nissan, Honda, Mazda, and they'll look at those brands as alternatives to waiting 18 months, 24 months for the Toyota that they thought they wanted.
The Toyotas with the lowest available inventory right now, Dad, you want a Corolla? 18 days supply of Corollas nationwide. Again, our numbers are overstated. That is the cheapest price point, entry point to the brand, and you can't even get your hands on one. The Mirai, which we're going to throw out for a quick second here. The Sequoia, like we've been hearing from all over the internet. You want to try and find a Sequoia without markups? Godspeed to you. A 23 days supply. The Sienna, which again, the dealer that we interviewed, a Toyota dealer that we interviewed, said they don't even take deposits for Siennas because they don't know when the factory is going to be able to deliver them. Upwards of 2 years on for a wait time on a Sienna. The Corolla Cross at 27 days. The RAV4 at 28 days. The Camry at 30 days, the Highlander at 32, the Tacoma and Tundra at 32 and 34 days apiece. And those are the ones that you can actually kind of get deals on under MSRP. The entire lineup, Dad, has no inventory. All the while, you have competition, like I'm thinking Tesla now, that has cost-effective vehicles that get you from point A to point B, capturing that market share. Like you said, it's no longer just the threat of other import brands or other domestics. Now you've got an EV upstart, player that they have to compete with as well. And again, the loyalists are holding Toyota out right now, like they're sticking and waiting around, but I don't know how much longer that can persist, especially with inventory levels being as low as they are.
True loyalists will wait. Quasi-loyalists will defect. It's just that simple. And I don't know that they're going to defect to Tesla, but they'll deflect to defect to other brands that offer hybrids, because I don't think most Toyota loyalists are ready to go complete battery electric vehicle just yet. So
that is one area where strategically Toyota has differentiated themselves. They've gone all in on hybrids, and that has actually maybe been the reinforcing factor of why there's so much consumer demand. They're the best hybrids on the road. And so evidently that, I guess that could be the other piece to all this, Pops, is why they have so much excitement for their vehicles.
It could be, but that excitement will wane over time. It has to. People can't wait forever, and people won't wait forever. And what could change is during that forever, the market could change dramatically, and there's even fewer people that can afford to buy them. So it could all go to hell in a handbasket in a heartbeat.
Remember Jack Hollis, the executive for North America for Toyota, came out and said last year he expects $50,000 average transaction prices for Toyota in the United States. They're obviously working their way there. They've got the Sequoia up there. They've got the Highlander, the Grand Highlander. They're producing all these vehicles that are at a $50,000 or more price point. There was even the clip from when we interviewed Marcello, Dad. He was surprised that the average transaction price was $42,000 because most of the cars he's selling are above that at his dealership. So that is another factor in all of this. And it's ironic. We've talked about it before, and I'll bring it up again now. This is how Toyota broke into the United States market, is they actually were the cheap, reliable player. And now they're creating an opportunity for another cheap, reliable OEM to step in and run their exact same strategic playbook that they did back in the 50s and 60s to become, the largest automaker in the world. Like, they are creating an opportunity here for someone to not sell a $50,000 car.
They are, but there's enough Toyota loyalists that will still hold on. And Marcello, he was comparing it to Canadian dollars. And so if you were to add, I don't know, 30% onto that 42,000 as the average, then we'd be closer to the pricing that he sees up in Canada.
That's fair, Pops. That's fair. All right. Well, there's your update on what's going on with Toyota. We'll give you more when we have more information.
We'll be here. I promise.